Hey everybody, Eve here, continuing another What's Eating at You discussion. Um, Now, you'll have to forgive me. I am referring to notes now, and it makes it a little more difficult because my notes are arranged precariously all around the studio here. So, right now I'm reading them from a prompt, so forgive me if I look down a lot. So, one of my Facebook brothers indicated that abused and homeless pets needed to be addressed, and I agree. There are so many abused and homeless animals and pets out there. So I decided to devote this video to suggesting solutions, and at least for the animals that are homeless and in shelters, um, primarily shelters. So you have to forgive me. So please, if you can, it would be best. This is my opinion to take in homeless strays if you can. Like if you see homeless kittens or puppies and you've noticed them for a few days and they look hungry, please take those in first because that's in your neighborhood and obviously they don't have homes. That would be my first suggestion. Take in any stray animals, pets, cats. I'm just dogs or cats that you see in your neighborhood. Moving along. I try not to focus on my bloopers because people, I am just extremely human and I make them. So um, there's so many abused and homeless animals and pets out there. So take in a homeless stray if you can. And if you see homeless or stray animals being abused, contact your local ASPCA and other animal rights agencies. No animal should be abused ever. Agreed? So, on to some awesome suggestions that I found at adoptapet.com. So, I'm reading again, so forgive me. So, ways to help homeless pets even if you can't adopt. All right. Are you crafty? Make some blankets for your local animal shelter. Hold a neighborhood pet food, blanket, or supply drive and ask neighbors to drop off donations. Got some free time? Those are good suggestions. Foster a litter of puppies or kittens. If you have a farm, apply to rescue a horse. Bottle feed newborn kittens. Newborn kittens need special care. Help them get the attention they deserve by volunteering for feeding times. Excuse me. I know this one isn't popular. Please forgive me. Clean kennels. It may be the least glamorous way you can help homeless pets this year, but it's also one of the most needed. Keeping kennels clean and hygienic is one of the easiest ways to help keep pets healthy and adoptable. Amen? Um, are you good at training? Train some local shelter pets. Been through puppy kindergarten and aced your final exam? Go ahead and take those skills to the local animal shelter and give sheltered dogs a crash course to get some skills to show off to potential adopters. Boy, did I mess that up. Okay, blooper many more to come. Walk dogs, shelter pets. They spend most of the day, if not all day, inside just waiting for some special attention. Have you ever been to the shelter? Oh, it's heartbreaking. Puppies and kittens. I go up, I touch the cage, and oh, they're just dying for some affection and some attention. It's heartbreaking. Actually, it's very difficult for me to do it. But I've decided, I'm going to work through my pain because the needs of those animals trumps my pain. So walk dogs and cats. Cats love being walked too. Believe it or not, almost every cat I've ever owned, I trained to walk on a leash. They love it. They're awesome at it. And it just tickles uh, people who are passing by. It just tickles them to death to see you walking a cat on a leash because, well, they're little independent for the most part, and most people don't do that. So, welcome. Um, Work an adoption event. I didn't think about this, but we can donate our time to work an adoption event. Like you'd hold a yard sale or something, go ahead and work an adoption event. Contact your local shelter or go to adoptapet.com to get some ideas on how you can do that. Also, do you have carpentry skills? Donate those carpentry skills to a local shelter or rescue to build um, catios. Ever heard of a catio? Those are awesome. Cats love them. And I love watching the cats use them. They're like climbing posts. You can build dog houses, lots of things like that. So share an adoptable pet on Facebook. Search on adoptapet.com for a pet in your area. So on Facebook, post that pet's photo and a link to his or her profile page and encourage friends to check it out. Help that pet find a forever home. We can all do that. I mean, so we can't do everything. Here's another good one. Contact your local shelters and ask to bathe and groom some of their pets. When the pets come in, they're often really dirty and grungy from wandering around out there in the world all alone. So call the local shelter and offer to help the staff bathe their intake pets so potential adopters can see their true beauty. Wouldn't that be nice? And don't we all feel better after a bath? So here's a biggie. Most people don't think of this. Pet the animals at your local shelter. Homeless pets often find it challenging to be in good spirits when they don't understand where they are, or what tomorrow brings. So you can soothe the worries these pets understandably feel by giving them some gentle love and affection. And we can all use that, can't we? Of course we can. Even stupid, bloopy blondes like me. So tell your local shelter at about adoptapet.com. Believe it or not, there's so many awesome groups out there, animal shelters and other agencies that try to find homes for homeless pets and rescue agencies, if you will, and they're not even aware of the adoptapet.com and all of its wonderful free resources to help rehome these wonderful, wonderful animals. So write, call, email, or print and hand deliver one of adoptapet.com's flyers to them, to those agencies, and let them know how listing on adoptapet.com is an easy and free way to help the pets in their care find forever homes. We're trying to find them forever homes. So, are you an amateur or professional photographer? I am. So, this is what I'm going to be doing in the very near future. I have made a commitment. I'm sticking to it. So, one of the top reasons pets are skipped over by potential adopters is bad photography. It's a plague to all of us. It's definitely a plague to me. My YouTube videos are among the worst. But guess what? I don't care. I try to make them better. But sometimes we've just got to get the message out. Sometimes the message is more important than how good we look or sound. Or maybe we come off looking really idiotic. Yeah, I do that a lot. So what? So here's a good one. Everyone can do this. Donate. Ask any animal rescuer, and they'll tell you every dollar counts. Consider skipping your next latte and instead donating $5 or $10 to your local animal shelter or rescue group. You know what? It may not be even $5 or $10. Can you give a buck? We can all give a buck. So here's a biggie. Teach your children. Caring for animals and responsible pet ownership starts early. Visit your child's class and make a presentation to them about pet adoption. Okay? Educate those kids. Animals have feelings and they feel boo-boos. And their feelings are hurt too when you say harsh things to them or you treat them roughly. Train those kids to be as kind to those animals as they want other people to be to them. Just treat everything the way you want to be treated. And I know I choose empathy and compassion. So here's another one. Paint the shelter. Um, a coat of paint gives the local shelter a fresh look, brightens the moods of the animals and the shelter staff. Consider calling your local shelter and donating an afternoon and a few cans of paint. It's for a good cause. So here's one I could do also. But I really do. I'm a married woman and I have a ministry and I'm also an artist. So it's difficult for me to volunteer a lot of my time. I do the best I can. But volunteer your office skills. Animal shelters really, most of them are short staffed. So volunteer to answer phones or help with paperwork so the shelters can stay organized and help more homeless pets find homes. Amen. Long distance transport. Got a vehicle, truck? Sometimes the only barrier between a homeless pet and love is distance. You can help by volunteering to transport a shelter pet for one leg of a long distance journey to an adopter. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Just think how rewarding that would be. You've just taken an animal, a pet, from a shelter and you're getting it to its new forever home. And imagine the joy between the pet and the new owner. Oh, jeez. Wow. I'm thinking about that one now. So, short distance transport. Lend a hand to your favorite rescue group by providing transportation for newly rescued pets to the vet or to adoption events. And, share adoptapet.com Facebook posts. They have that on the website also. With 850 million people using the social network, Facebook is one of the top ways people receive and share information. So go ahead and like adoptapet.com on Facebook. You can find them. I'll have the links, as I always do, under the video, and help them spread the word about pet adoption by sharing some of their posts. Okay, so I'm not the most creative person in the world either. I need help, obviously. So go ahead and use the resources that adoptapet.com has on their website. They're all free. No brainer. Love it. Here's a biggie. Most people don't think of this. No matter where you get your pet from, no matter who you are, spay or neuter that pet. Solving the problem of pet overpopulation begins at home with us, the pet mommy and daddies. So be sure your pets are spayed or neutered to ensure you are not contributing to the issue. Now, here's my problem right now. I would love to adopt a pet. Unfortunately, my landlord doesn't permit dogs or cats. I have a bird. His name is Kiwi. He's a lovebird. Kiwi, talk to mommy. Well, anyway, he's not talking now. Usually he is. But I have Kiwi. And unfortunately, you don't have to spay or neuter your birds because they're indoors and they're usually in a cage. So, getting back to the subject, educate others. The first step to making a change is understanding what we can do and why we should do it. Take a few minutes to educate others about the importance of spaying and neutering and help them locate resources on the topic if they need it. So, I've never heard of this. It's called TNR. Trap, neuter, return feral cats. One of the biggest obstacles in controlling pet overpopulation is the birth of litters of kittens who roam free, there was Kiwi, without a home. By trapping, neutering, and then returning feral cats to their native environment, you are helping ensure additional cats aren't born into homelessness. And that's a great thing. So here's one we all can do too, and especially if many of you will probably be former pet owners. So donate gently used collars and leashes. So most of us have those lying around. So please make sure they're just gently used and donate them to the local shelter or rescue. And this helps the group save funds that can be allocated toward helping the pets in other ways. See, so these rescue shelters and agencies, they're spending a lot of money on these things. So by us donating our gently used, pet toys, leashes, what have you, that's really helping them free up that money to in other avenues to help see that their pets are adopted. Sometimes I want to adopt him out, but it's not likely to happen. So anyway, donate cat toys. Shelter cats need more than just food in their bellies and a roof over their heads. They need activity and play to stay happy and healthy. Consider picking up some toys to deliver to your local shelter. And this is another biggie. Support pet-friendly businesses, whether it's the cafe down the street that allows dogs and cats, or the big pet food supermart. Go ahead. When you do business, patronize the businesses that patronize your pets. Hey, that'll keep them in business, and it's just good for all of us. All of us pet owners and our crazy pets. So here's a good one too. Everybody can do this. Everybody can do this. Hold a yard sale or tag sale. With spring cleaning right around the corner, organize a yard sale and donate the proceeds to your local animal shelter or rescue. Hey, we can all do this. So if you're crafty again, carpentry skills, build fences and dog houses. It breaks everyone's hearts to see dogs chained up and living their lives in a backyard. Help brighten their lives and help them avoid the shelter by lending a hand to build fences and dog houses for them. So, I recommend everybody join adoptapet.com and volunteer. They have a database, so volunteer. You go to and sign up on adoptapet.com as a volunteer, and you'll automatically be matched with shelters and rescues near you and that need your help. So take advantage of their tremendous resources. Here's another one a lot of us can do. Fundraise with a bake sale. Work with your neighborhood school or your child's parent-teachers organization to organize a bake sale to benefit homeless pets in your community. This is a great way to educate children on the topic, create community buzz, and help provide funding to the animal organizations that need it most. So, do you have a website or blog? Visit Adopt a Pet's search tools section and add an adoptapet.com search banner to your site to give your audience the chance to connect with adoptable pets near them. I'm going to do this too. Hey, why not? It's free. If your website is a business site, this also shows your customers you care about a cause they may care about too. So yeah, I want everybody. I have a blog out there. I'm going to add that tool. I want to help these homeless pets and find them forever homes. And just adding this simple free tool, why not? So reach out to your favorite blogs and websites and ask them to post one of these adoptapet.com pet search widgets in the sidebar of their sites. Adoptapet.com search widgets are customizable, so webmasters can easily create a search box that works with their site. So, and talk to your employers, those of you that have really good jobs and you think that your employer may be open to it, about setting up a collection jar for a local animal shelter or rescue and ask them to consider matching employee donations. So this is also a great way to foster team spirit, give employees a good feeling about the company they work for. I know I would feel better working for a company that would do something like this to help homeless and shelter pets. So create a wish list scavenger hunt. Contact your local shelter or rescue and ask for a wish list of items that they currently need. Organize your family or friends into small teams to see who can collect all of the items first. Contact your local grocer or pet supply store and ask if they would be willing to donate ripped bags of pet food, which you can then collect monthly to deliver to shelters in your area. Wow, that's a great idea. Ask your local retirement community or church group if they'd be willing to sew pet beds out of donated blankets and towels to donate to shelters. I want another awesome idea. So call your local shelter and ask if you can bake dog cookies and deliver them. Hey, I've got a niece right living right next door. She's a pro at that. She used to make her own gourmet dog foods. So find a low-cost spay-neuter program near you and distribute their flyers in low-income neighborhoods. Often folks simply aren't aware of programs that can help them. Call local radio stations and ask them if they can mention area adoption events on air to help publicize them to potential adopters. So foster, if you can. If you can't adopt a stray animal locally, then foster. Help shelters and rescues make room for new pets by inviting a homeless cat or dog to stay with you for a few days or weeks and help them get adopted. So this year for Christmas, give the gift of adoption. When giving gifts to those considering acquiring a pet, help them choose adoption by purchasing an adoption gift certificate to your local shelter. And so when they're ready to make the leap, they can pick whichever pet they most connect to. Wow, awesome gift idea. But please do your research and make sure it is a relative that would make a good foster parent. You don't want somebody that's going to get a puppy and 6 months later not want that puppy anymore because now it's a dog. And some people only like animal babies, don't like them once they become animal adults. So that wouldn't be a good fit. So make sure, choose the foster parents that you gift the certificates to wisely. Make sure they're going to be good fur baby parents. So sponsor a local youth sports team in the name of your favorite animal rescue. This will help draw attention to the idea of adoption to families that may be considering bringing a pet into their home. Here's another thing everyone can do. Host a fundraiser. Partner with a local restaurant to plan and host a fundraiser for a local animal nonprofit. Contact your local news affiliate and inquire about starting a weekly segment featuring an adoptable pet. So, in closing, remember, I always provide links below the videos for you to reach the resources you need and for any additional information. So please, 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 let's love all animals and promise to do no harm to all. Christ's blessings to you. Until next time.